So here we are at Brooklyn Fair. We're going to be making Mediterranean pasta salad. It is delicious. But first, we got to get our ingredients. So let's go shopping right now. We have some carrots and some spinach. And we also need, we have our red onion. I know it looks purple, but they call it red onion. And some green pepper. Very Italian. Our olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. It's a very healthy, very Mediterranean oil.
Hi, welcome to In the Can with Carmella Cann Deluxe. Drag me to the kitchen. As many of you know, I do not know how to cook, so I've invited my good friend Clover Honey to come teach me how to make a Mediterranean salad.
Hi, Carmella. It's so good to be here, and I'm so glad to be able to teach you a thing or two.
Well, I'm glad that I'm asking all my friends to come on and show me how to cook because I'm learning a little later in life, but I do want to learn.
Well, cooking is a lot of fun. It's an art form, and when you cook your own food, you can make it exactly how you want it or your guests want it.
And it's actually healthier than like ordering out.
Healthier and a little bit cheaper too, but we're doing it for the control. If you like it salty, if you like it vinegary, just add what you want and what you like.
So this is a Mediterranean salad. So do you serve this as like a side dish, a main dish?
It could be usually a side dish, but you could add like chicken to it and we add it as a main dish as well.
Got it, okay.
It's a very versatile dish. You could just add whatever vegetables, whatever meats, whatever cheeses you like.
Got it.
Whatever dressings you like as well. This is a.
So what are our ingredients for this salad?
We started with a pasta, and I'm using the tricolor rotilli pasta, the corkscrew pasta. I love the corkscrews because the grooves soak up all the oil and the vinegars and the spices.
And it's very colorful, so I actually like that.
Very colorful to have the 3 different colors instead of the plain beige. We're not plain beige people, are we?
No. What are the other ingredients?
So I'm going to add some red onion. Now they call it red onion. I know it's purple. I asked my boyfriend to pick up a red cabbage, and he goes, I couldn't find red cabbage anywhere. They only had green and purple. I said, no, it's purple, but they call you red cabbage and red onion. They call.
Because there's like white onion, there's red onion, there's different types of onions, right?
Yeah, but it's purple. It's not red. So he was looking for a red cabbage, but it was. If I said purple cabbage, I don't know.
So you get a red onion, you chop it.
Yeah, a green bell pepper, a sweet bell pepper.
Okay.
This is all chopped too. You could use any color pepper you want, but I think the green adds a healthier, not healthier, but a nice color and a nice flavor.
Okay.
The flavors are slightly different with the red. There's a little sweeter with the red.
Sweeter, right?
The red is a little bit sweeter.
And they have the orange.
The orange and the yellow. They have all kinds of colors now.
Okay.
This is how green and
So are these the main ingredients, or what else do we have?
I'm going to add some spinach.
Okay.
And some celery and carrots.
Okay.
Spinach, of course, is very nutritious. It's delicious. It's not a bitter or overpowering leaf. It's nice and mild.
Green,
so it'll soak up the olive oil flavoring and everything.
And I mean, technically, this can almost be a vegan dish without the meats and the cheese, right?
Just add, a lot of people like to add zucchini or asparagus.
Okay.
I don't like asparagus that much, so I never add asparagus. But a lot of people like to add asparagus to this dish.
Well, the thing I like is I have so many vegan friends now. Everyone's like their dietary stuff. So this is great because you can actually just make this, and then if someone's not vegetarian, they can add the stuff on their side,
you got chicken or any kind of sausage. Salami is good in it too.
Okay.
But I bought.
Wow, I never heard of salami in a salad.
Oh yeah, that's really good, and they do a lot. And the provolone cheese I'm going to add because it's a nice mild cheese. Okay. It's not overpowering like a cheddar.
All right.
Or a mozzarella, but it's nice mild. It has a really good flavor. Some people like smoked mozzarella, but we have pepperoni because everybody loves pepperoni.
Please click the link below and visit Carmella Cann shop. Have official merchandise, anything from magnets to tote bag. And they're perfect for either holiday gifts or birthday gifts. And you could get your official Carmella Cann merchandise on the link below.
I add some little spice, and then we'll add oil and a little balsamic vinegar.
Okay, so why don't we start making this? How does this work now?
Okay, you could start by putting the red onion. You could spoon some When
Just
you make
one
your,
spoon?
Well, when you make your own, it's up to you. If you like onion, you can add a
Just
lot. If
add
you don't
it?
like onion, you add a little. I like maybe 3 spoonsful.
No, this is easy.
Yeah. See, that's what's good.
I
That's
could
what's
do
good
this.
about cooking. You make it how you like it, or
Okay.
if you know how your guests like it.
So-
now we'll add the green bell pepper. Now this is not this.
How much of this do I add?
Maybe 3, 2. It adds a nice color, a nice texture.
Okay.
Now, if you like the spicy, you could always add jalapeno or a spicy pepper, but I like the sweet pepper for this dish.
Then what's do we do next?
Okay, then we'll add the carrots and celery. We'll have a little grater here, and this is like a really good idea. You just grate the carrot over it. Oops.
No, it's fine. Okay, so okay, that looks easy enough. Okay.
It adds a nice color and a nice flavor, and then the nice
Yeah, no, I
sweetness
see
of
the green, the
carrot.
orange, the purple from the onions. So Clover and I go back to the nightlife of New York, right?
Oh yeah, way back. Don't say how well you.
In the days that I performed still in the nightlife.
Back in ancient time, back in colonial times.
Exactly.
Oh, not really, but you know.
Well, I
it
mean,
seems
drag
that
has
way.
changed a lot since then, too.
Oh my God, has it ever? Yes.
I mean, so, you know, I've known you for many years. I think at the time you were doing the show Under the Pink Carpet.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, that's a historic fact. I was like the first drag queen ever hired by New York City to be on. The New York City has a television station called WNYE,
Okay.
WNYC, WYBE, and NY.
I don't know.
WNYE. That's the official television broadcast.
Oh, is that like
television
New York
station.
One?
No, that's cable.
Oh, okay.
That's what WNYE is a broadcast owned by New York City.
Okay.
And that's it's on. And they had this, when Bloomberg as a media, when he took over, he made all these magazine shows.
Got it.
All about how cool and hip New York City was. So then we did a show about how cool and hip the LGBT community in the nightlife scene is in New York City. And it went over really well. And I was a correspondent to show drag personalities and drag shows in New York City.
Yep.
So I got to go to all the great shows, all the great events. There's a lot of drag, not just lip syncing in gay bars. It was
I'm Eden Regal, the lesbian diva from daytime television. They told me to say that. And you're watching Under the Pink Carpet.
Hello, Alexa.
Hello, friend.
now, Alexa. I have to ask you now. Babe is raising Bianca, the lesbian's daughter, by mistake. Now, how does it feel raising a lesbian's daughter?
No problem at all.
We're gonna
Oh, that was
try to.
well, great, a little celery because
keep-
the nice salty taste. Yeah, so drag queens did off-Broadway, all kinds of recording. There was visual art and filmmaking. You did a film that we covered.
That's correct. Yeah, and I used to see you a lot at the like HX or Next Awards or various awards.
We were always, and then of course we always did the LGBT Expo at the Javits Center. That was
Yes.
a lot of fun, a lot of crowded back then. Well,
I know I'm sad that went away because like usually
Yeah.
that's usually when I run into you more often.
Yeah,
right?
the world changes. People don't go to expos as much as there still are expos, but not as much. And people just go online, I suppose.
Well, now they go on the nap, honey. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, to go on the app and on the line, and so,
Actually, this actually looks really colorful. Like
yeah,
it's
you could have it
perfect,
just like this.
like a nice spring or summer dish.
Yeah, having this, you'll feel just like you're on the Italian Riviera.
Okay,
It's
so
just
it's
very
Italian.
classy.
This-
Italian Mediterranean,
Okay.
you know, whatever. So we'll just mix it up before we add the other meat. Now we'll add our meats and cheeses.
Okay.
You like
what about the what's it? The spinach?
Oh, we'll add that very last because it's the big leaves.
Oh,
you
okay.
know. So,
so you added the celery sticks
Mm-hmm.
and the carrots.
right, and the
Okay.
Yeah, so just add as much as you want if you're a big onion lover. You can also add. I don't like to add fresh garlic. Sometimes I'll
Okay.
put garlic powder.
Got it.
Because the fresh garlic is hard to mix in a cold dish.
Oh, I actually like fresh garlic. I have to say.
Yeah,
I mean, I like
uncooked?
roasted garlic. Have you ever?
Yeah,
like-
roasted is good, but
Yeah.
having fresh raw garlic is kind of, it's not that bad, but it's not like I just don't like it too much. The
No,
fresh
it can
raw
be
garlic.
overpowering,
It can be very
definitely.
overpowering. Cooking it miles it out a lot.
Exactly.
Then of course when you cook garlic, you have to be careful you don't burn it because once it burns, the flavor is bad. But
Got it.
so
So,
we added our vegetables except for the spinach, and now we'll add then you'd add your meats and your cheeses. And the
now
meats
is when
I
we add
picked-
them. Okay.
Now you could put cold chicken breasts, cooked chicken breast cut up, and add that if you're a chicken lover or tuna.
So this is like a base,
Yeah.
so to
Yeah,
speak,
whatever
and then
meats
you
you
can
like.
add to the base,
Right.
And kind of
Whatever kind of meats you like, yeah.
Okay.
If you have seafood, you could add raw crab meat.
No, I actually like that idea. Like I said, I have a lot of friends today who are either like vegan or they eat like cheese but don't eat meat.
Oh.
So this is an opportunity where I can just put the stuff on the side, make the base, and then they can add as they
Or you could
want.
have an open bar and they could add what they want
No,
themselves,
definitely.
too.
So that's like a great idea. Even for like a
Yeah.
barbecue.
Oh, it's great for barbecues.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I love the colors. So what do we do next? What
Now,
goes?
if you want to add our meat and cheese, now the meat and cheese I have is provolone and pepperoni.
Okay. All right.
So I'll add some
So do you like
provolone.
cut it up? Okay.
You could cut it up, but I will just rip it up in the. Yeah, take a piece and watch it. Rip up a piece.
I actually love cheese. One of my weaknesses is actually cheese.
I know cheese is good.
Dairy and me.
Yeah, whatever kind of. Now, if you like cheddar, which is sharper, you would add that. But I don't like for this recipe.
Okay.
I like a mild cheese. And there's also smoked provolone people like, but this has more of a
Can you
smoky
put like
flavor.
mozzarella, those little mozzarella balls in it?
Oh, that would be a good idea. Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be great.
Because
Fresh
like
mozzarella
I'll
ball.
sometimes go to Raffetto's in the village,
Yeah.
and they have like great smoked mozzarella balls.
Oh, that would be delicious on that. I would love. Yeah. Maybe next
Okay,
time
so
we'll do
got
it with
some
that. Now we'll add the
provolone.
pepperoni.
Now, okay.
The pepperoni has like a spice to it.
Do you cut the pepper or just put it in like
You could
this?
put it in. I guess we'll just try to rip it a little.
Okay.
Or you could put it in whole as well.
Got it, okay.
Or you could chop it up fine. Whatever you want.
Actually, let me have one.
Oh yes.
I love pepperoni. Good.
Yeah, not just for pizza topping. It's a good salad topping as well.
Yeah, no. And don't they actually? I think my aunt's husband's Italian, and I've seen like they make a salad with like cheeses and pepperoni and all these. It's a very olives. It's like a very hearty.
Yeah, their salads are not just little side dishes. Like
Yeah. It's like a whole meal.
Our first course is like American Continental is. And salami is really good in this too.
Okay.
It's more.
So you can
more
add
mild.
different types of meat.
Yeah, or no meat if you're vegetarian or whatever meats you like. Some people,
Okay.
everybody loves like cold chicken breast. So unless you're vegetarian, so cold chicken breast, but you can't go wrong with. But the more mild meats everybody likes. But if your guests and what they like, you could just add.
Yeah. So what do we put
they
on
like.
next?
And we'll save the spinach for next. We'll put on the oil and the vinegar. And we have the.
So is that?
This is the. Of course, you can use any oil you want, but
Okay.
I'm using the extra virgin olive oil. That makes it even more Mediterranean, and the extra virgin makes it even more. I don't know what it makes.
I love olive oil actually.
I don't know how the extra virgin. I don't know if that's better.
I think one means it's pressed, and the other one is that where they get the extra virgin.
One was never pressed or pressed for the first time. I don't know. Madonna has a song about this. I don't know.
Oh, really?
No, not really.
All right. So let's put in some olive oil.
Okay, so that about this is about, if I didn't say, it's a pound of pasta.
Okay.
This is 1 pound of pasta. So about 2 cups, or maybe depending on how oily. That's what you got to start cooking yourself. When you cook yourself, you make it how you like it.
So are you someone that you don't measure as you cook? Like you can eye
Yeah,
it?
no, I could just eye it.
Okay.
I don't want to get out little measuring cups.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I think you entertain a lot and cook a lot?
Yeah, I guess I do. Yeah, I do.
And actually, you did a cooking show during the pandemic.
Yes, I did.
Where we were all stuck at home, and you were
And
actually.
I was cooking because I'm stuck at home. I have time to cook and working from home, so I didn't have to commute to work. So I had extra time to cook. And it just so happened my roommate is a professional producer editor, and he has this big editing system in his.
So you're just a cooking show of your own.
So he had all the equipment, so he shot and edited me cooking,
Okay.
and we had a lot of fun with it. We put it on to see where it would go.
I mean, a lot of people like. Even I started a little bit of cooking. I think I remember the first Christmas of the pandemic, which was 2020. Our families did not gather because my grandma was very old, and
Right.
it was best practice. Everyone said not to gather, so we did a virtual Christmas, and I actually cooked that
Oh.
Christmas like some traditional dishes, Portuguese dishes that my family usually tends to have.
Oh,
so
but they couldn't eat it, right? Because it was virtual.
well, we would be sharing like the image on screen.
You look at it.
Exactly.
Yeah, presentation and looks is so important in cooking, not just the taste.
Yeah.
People say, oh, the taste matters. No, the looks matter too, you
All
know.
right. So now we put in the olive oil.
Okay, so about 2, depending if you like it oily, if you like it not as drier. It's
I mean, what do you think
preference.
for usually?
I think for a pound, I would use 2 cups
Okay.
or a cup and a
And
half.
obviously you can eye this. Wow, okay.
Yeah, this is about a cup and a half.
Okay. And then,
And then I would add the vinegar. Now, this is balsamic.
so this is balsamic vinegar?
Balsamic vinegar isn't as strong as regular vinegar, so you could add more of this than you would regular vinegar. And people about apple cider vinegar is the new in thing, so you could use apple cider
okay,
vinegar.
interesting.
Wine vinegar, or just the regular white vinegar, whatever you want. Or you don't have to even put vinegar in if you're not a vinegar person.
Well, I mean, vinegar has a bit of acids, but sometimes can cut up some things. But you don't,
Right.
you know, I'm careful not to put too much because, you know, you only give someone a stomachache if they have acid reflux
You don't want
or
them,
something.
you don't want them to have like, they could always add more vinegar if they like vinegar.
Exactly.
So just put a couple of, this is balsamic, it's not as
Oh,
strong.
I like the color it just gave it.
It's
Oh,
not
wow.
as acidic.
It actually just like changed the entire color. of
Yeah,
this.
I thought balsamic is very flavorful and it's not as acidic as regular vinegars.
Okay.
Or so you could use more of it.
So then we just stir this together now?
So then we just stir it up together.
Okay. Oh, wow, it really actually looks good. Very colorful. I love all the colors.
Please click the link below and visit Carmella Cann shop. Have official merchandise, anything from magnets to tote bag. And they're perfect for either holiday gifts or birthday gifts. And you could get your official Carmella Cann merchandise on the link below.
And I love it because like this is perfect like if you're having a group of people over, like it's not difficult to make. And actually it's like pasta goes always a long way.
You don't have to worry about heating it up or is it going to stay hot?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
And you could like make this probably the night before or the morning,
it would be good if it
or the
marinates.
morning of.
Yeah, it would be good if it marinates overnight would be even good, good or better.
And then just serve it the next day. That's a good idea, marinating.
Yeah. But if you're going to marinate overnight, I wouldn't put like you could add shredded cabbage or spinach into it. But if you're going to leave it overnight, I wouldn't add the
So should we try it
spinach
now?
because it would be, though we'll add the spinach the very last.
Oh, okay, we have to add the spinach.
Okay, so take some spinach and rip it up a little bit and we'll add it in.
See, I'm not great at
It gives
these.
even more color, more
Yeah, no, I love
more
it.
nutrition.
And like I said, you can like serve this to people who are vegan, just don't put the meat in and the cheese in.
Right, yeah.
Or this can go, you know.
Or you could have the meat and cheese on the side, and if they want, they could add it in their own.
Exactly, or the
private
meat,
bowl.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, look how beautiful that looks now. It's really nice and colorful.
Now, see if you could look at it. Do you think it needs more oil? You think it's good the way it is?
I mean, that looks good. Should we try it?
Yeah. Yes, we should.
So do you put any salt and pepper, or usually?
You can put salt and pepper to taste on
Okay.
it. Yeah, you should put.
I mean, I try to avoid a lot of like, you know, salts especially, but you know, I know people who like they love salty food and they love to put salt.
Yeah.
I almost feel like there's already salt in the pepperoni.
Yeah,
in that one.
I was going to say there's salt already in the pepperoni, and maybe in the cheese too.
So let's get
Okay.
our tasting bowls and see how this Mediterranean pasta came out.
Do you want to use this?
Oh yeah, why don't we do this? Oops, there we go.
Okay, thank you.
This looks really good, actually. Okay, thank you. So now we're gonna taste this Mediterranean salad. Good.
Very good.
It is, actually. And I actually like it with the spiral pasta, to be honest.
Yeah, I love the spiral. Some people make it with penne pasta, but the spiral's good.
It is, and like you said, it could be hearty or it could be very light. I like how the spinach really complements it. So this is pretty easy, actually. I mean, one can make this in what 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
You don't have to worry about burning. You have no pots and pans to clean up, except for the pot that you cook the pasta in.
And I mean, like you said, you can leave it overnight, have it for a couple of days.
Right, leftovers good too.
And then serve it as a side dish, possibly. So, So this is our Mediterranean pasta, perfect for springtime, summertime, barbecues are coming, all that stuff.
Or a garden party.
Exactly. Do you host a lot of parties or?
Actually, I don't seem to host as many as I go to.
Okay.
I get out of the house a lot.
Well, that's good. Then you don't have to do a lot of cleaning and prepping.
Right.
I tend to host a lot of friends over. Sometimes I'll do like game night and like I'll, make some food, and I do entertain a lot. So, which is another reason why I want to start learning how to cook more, because it'll definitely be better than ordering out all the time.
Yeah, having pizza. There's only so much pizza in Chinese you can
Exactly.
take. Yeah.
So shall we sit down and talk for a little bit?
Yes, let's.
Okay. We're gonna sit down and chat. So thank you so much for coming on
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm glad to be here.
and helping me learn how to make a Mediterranean salad.
Yeah, well, now you know, so now you have something to serve.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely serve it because it was not difficult at all.
No.
And like I said, it's perfect for the spring or summer.
I like dishes that are not difficult, but they appear to be difficult.
Yeah.
So that's great.
So like I said, we've known each other for at least 20 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
From my days in the nightlife. And I feel like it's changed a lot in New York, don't you say?
Oh, yeah, it has changed a lot. Well, one thing is that the big nightclubs aren't really around anymore. They went out of business, like the Limelight, of course, and the
Roxy, Limelight.
Studio 50. And then there was the XL. The big nightclubs, I guess, at least in New York City, they can't fill them in. They have a lot of rent to pay. So the big nightclubs are gone. And then the entertainment come and go. They don't do the regular entertainers anymore. Every time there's a new entertainer, then there's another new entertainer.
Like I think like we had a lot of stability with entertainers back then. Because I mean, I'm thinking of Barracuda, like you said, Excel, Posh, Therapy. I mean, I think Candace King was at Barracuda for like several years at once.
Oh yeah, and Jesse Volt was at Monster
for several years.
Or decades, maybe.
Yeah, and I was at Posh also for a couple of years in a row, so it wasn't that high turnover.
No, now everything's a real high turnover.
Yeah.
And there's so many personalities that pop up that you never heard of, starring, hosted by this person. I've never heard of them before.
Well, there's more drag queens than ever before.
Much more. That's putting it mildly.
Yeah. So, like,
Now maybe it's more acceptable now, or maybe because of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes, RuPaul definitely changed the system.
Oh, yeah.
By bringing it to television.
Right.
And I think now he's like on season like 14 or 15, something like that, right?
Or maybe 16.
Maybe 16, yeah. I mean, it's been going on for a long time now.
And how many Emmy Awards did she win? Like 10, over 10.
Yeah, I mean,
So now that drag is winning Emmy Awards, is acceptable entertainment now. So if you're a gay man or any man that wants to do drag, won't be looked down upon. It's acceptable. It wins Emmy Awards.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten like more mainstream.
Much more mainstream, yeah.
So,
it's not some underground gay thing in the village. It's mainstream everywhere.
Exactly. So, I think about the old times, and they were great.
Oh, they were.
I had a great time. My days in the nightlife. I worked for a couple of years, and I mean, like you said, there was more stability. Also, I felt like we all knew each other at that time.
Oh yeah. And even though there were more clubs back then, there still are clubs, of course, but back then there was a lot more, and yet we still all knew each other more.
But I feel like everyone's like moved out of New York too.
That's
like,
true. Yeah.
Sherry Vine moved out of New York, Candace Kane, Scott Nevins, Portia. Like everyone just like went to the West Coast or down to Florida.
And they'll come up maybe to New York to do a show for a week. And then
Exactly.
Hedda Lettuce is in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
She's in Puerto Vallarta. So it's like, I feel like, everyone I worked with in those days is kind of like not even in New York these days.
Right. And the people that you work with now, you've never heard of.
I think the only one who's in New York is Peppermint.
Yeah. Well, now she identifies as a trans woman, but she still does drag show. That's another thing, the difference between drag and a trans woman. Some trans women entertain at LGBT bars, and some want to be a regular woman and don't want to.
No, I mean, she's a very outspoken activist on trans rights.
Absolutely.
I know she's done a lot of work as an activist recently. She was on Broadway.
Yeah, she's a Broadway show, yeah.
Yeah, so I think, was that post RuPaul? I think it was post RuPaul, right?
I think
right after RuPaul.
Right after RuPaul, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, we never thought, back
if I go back those many years back, I never thought drag would be what drag is today.
Right.
That you would see that happen. So to live through that change.
Right, and a drag queen could play a female part on Broadway, of all mainstream places, Broadway,
Exactly,
mainstream theater, commercial theater. Yeah, for Little Shop of Horrors, the part of Audrey was played by a drag queen. Mm-hmm. What was her name?
Well, drag's always been around. I mean, I think of Hairspray.
Yeah. Hairspray was meant to be a drag.
Yeah,
I did an off-Broadway show that was meant to be. I replaced Lady Bunny in a comedy called When Joey Married Bobby.
Okay.
And it was a Baptist minister's wife. Was meant to be played by a drag queen performer, and I played it. That was a lot of fun experience.
I think Bunny's still in New York, right?
Yeah, she's still, but she travels a lot.
Yes.
I was with her on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
At a club, Santa Secret.
And
yeah.
I mean, Wigstock, which she kind of, created. There's a film called Wigstock that was around for many, many years. Mm-hmm. Very well known. They used to be in Tompkins Park. Was it the West Side and then it moved to Tompkins Park? Was that?
It started in Tompkins Square Park on the East Village, and then it moved to the pier on the West Village.
Pier on the West Village, exactly.
Then she charged admission and people had to fit.
Because it was free. It was like...
it was always free in the park.
It was like a festival in some ways.
To bring it to the pier, you have to hire stagehands and lighting. You can't just...
Yeah, I remember, it felt like a big festival.
It was fun on the pier. I loved it.
Of drag performers.
Mm-hmm.
They came from across America for a celebration of peace, love, and music. No, it's not Woodstock. It's Wigstock.
Oh my God! My name is RuPaul, supermodel of the world.
A place to let your hair hang down.
I can't go 3 days without doing drag.
Or tease it all up.
Oh, the men dress up like women. You don't like the music? I don't know, man. It's weird.
Where every day's a good hair day.
This is Wigstock headquarters. I really wanted to know if you thought it might be possible to put a wig on the Statue of Liberty. Do you think that would... Hello?
It was the drag queens that taught me glamour.
Most of the queens do drag because they like women's clothes. It's a tribute to women. The Wigstock Dancers!
The Samuel Goldwyn Company invites you to share the music.
I want you up.
Last year I didn't get to perform, and this year I've been given a whole minute.
The madness.
Happy Wigstock.
Let her wear that dress. She's not hurting nobody. Who's she hurting?
The mascara.
I know you and you are out there just wanting to put a wig on, just like me.
Wigstock, the movie. An event so big, missing it would be a drag.
Go out, get a wig, and strut your stuff.
Reflecting back, I think we had great times. I mean, I don't know about this newer generation, but I know that I had some amazing periods in New York during that period of time. But things were very different in New York.
Oh, very, yeah. Before we had social media and stuff and the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Everything now is online. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but it's great. It's also nice to see the evolution of things and
how the world changes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how, drag has now been commercialized compared to, like you said, it was underground for a very long time.
Like mostly in the village.
Mostly in the nightlife. And again, there were not many of us, so we all kind of knew each other. And now it's like, one big party, so to speak.
Yeah. And now, one thing is that drag queens could have beards now. They couldn't.
Yes,
They would never be allowed that.
Drag has changed forms. They have beards. Some of them take off their wigs. I mean, it's like a whole other ball of wax, I think, than 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for coming on.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for teaching me the Mediterranean salad.
Okay, good. Can't wait for when you make it.
I'm definitely going to serve it next time I have a guest over.
Okay.
Thanks again for watching In the Can with Carmella Cann Deluxe. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next podcast. Happy spring.